Did a little laundry today. Hadn't washed my sheets or my comforter in a little while. And honestly, trying to find ways to stay productive at a slow time for me when I don't want the times to be slow. And so I decided to do some basic things again, like washing laundry and I don't know, cleaning up around the kitchen and what have you. And it's been a challenging week for me or so. My name's Ken Tracy, and I do my little show called Coffee with Ken every morning. I come on, I talk about life. I don't know why, but people seem to watch it and seem to enjoy it. And some people find it inspirational. And when you're trying to do a show and satisfy those that seek it out, looking for nuggets of gold or chunks of inspiration, and you're not feeling it at all, it's a horrible feeling. You know, I almost feel I got to hide from the camera. What am I going to talk about? I have no pearls of wisdom. You know, I feel like I'm totally lost, totally confused, don't know which way is up. And that's kind of what I've been feeling like the last few days. I think there's reasons for that. I'm up here in Wisconsin, and I have been here for about 10 or 11 months. I'm here trying to get my financial ducks in a row while my kids, I got 4 beautiful kids that are living in various spots, and I'm trying to work my way back to them. But I can find a lot of peace in my own life through working hard. Not necessarily always working smart, but working hard. I got 3 jobs right now, and a waiter, a bartender, and a substitute teacher. And they generally keep me busy, but as a substitute teacher, the school's off for Christmas break, or my school district is off for Christmas break, so I haven't had any work to do there. The restaurant I work at and the restaurant I work at, both restaurants I work at, are almost closed right now for winter break as well. A long story, doesn't matter, just take my word for it. So I haven't really had much work to do. I went into work on Saturday at a restaurant, at my restaurant job, and I had absolutely no customers. And it was frustrating, and I felt out of place, and I've been up here and wondering what the heck am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be going to work. Although I love a day or two off, having a week off has been maybe more than I wanted or needed or can't afford even. I don't know. So anyway, it was this afternoon. It was Tuesday afternoon, and I got a message from a young man on Instagram, and he had a bunch of questions and said, hey, any advice for him? You know, he's going through struggles, doesn't know if he's picked out the right major or blah, blah, you know, a bunch of stuff, just kind of normal stuff that we all go through. And he obviously had some doubts about what he was doing and the direction he was going. And my answer to him was, well, first of all, thanks for reaching out, because it kind of snapped me out of my slumber a little bit, if you will. But as I was explaining to him that he's obviously got some doubts, and I said we all do. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of swimming in some doubts myself right now. And although I realize, I hope this show is a combination of educational, inspirational, touching at time to time. I think some of the value in this show is my innate vulnerability and ability to kind of bare my soul and bare my struggles to the audience with the confidence that I'm going to figure it out, put it all back together, and be able to keep moving forward in the right direction. So my point is, my advice to him is have some faith. I think his answers will come in time. But I think the big thing that he could draw from what I said, or my message to him, is that we all struggle with some stuff, and that we all go through some stuff, and we all have doubts, and sometimes life is more than we're ready for, or we think we can handle, or we don't know what to do or where to go. So I realized part of my value in this show that I do is my ability to be okay when I'm not okay, and to show any viewers or touch any viewers that are out there and are doubting things or not sure which ways to go, or questioning the relationship, their finances, their faith, their family, and doesn't always have the answers readily available. And it's okay for me to not have all the answers and not have all the solutions or the perfect feelings, and to be anxious, to be afraid. And not only is it okay, but it's part of what makes my show unique, and that I get to be myself, good, bad, or indifferent, while doing this show. So I thought I'd hop on with you this afternoon and celebrate the questions we have, the doubts we have, the challenging times we have, the insecurities, the anxieties, the fears, and the snow. And the snow. We're getting a little snow out there today. I was kind of hoping it'd be fluffy and pretty enough to go do one of my walks around town. I don't know if it is. I did it a few weeks ago, and it was an awesome video, and really enjoyed it. But I don't know if it's fluffy enough or pretty enough or what. But I do get viewers from Australia that hop on. And if you are out there from Australia, or, I don't know, Bangladesh or Indonesia, you never get any snow. This is what it looks like on kind of a snowy, late December day in Wisconsin. Hey, if you guys were watching my show this morning, I went live at like 5 o'clock, and I saw a group of dudes heading off to work at 5 this morning. They parked in my parking lot. They were wearing neon clothes, and they were headed that way. What you are seeing now is happiness as they're done with their day. They've got their gear on, their lunches are all done, and they're heading out to their cars, and they're gonna go home and hopefully enjoy their night at home. But it was funny, I just saw them coming out, because this morning, again, I don't know if it was those same guys, I mean, co-workers, if nothing else. Ooh, I almost grabbed this ugly cup, but I won't grab that right now. We'll grab, I'm representing here, we'll grab Opal, my Opal cup, my blue-green cup, because it kind of goes with. All right, well now I'm gonna have to wear it. I'm gonna have to double up on my Green Bay coat and, or my Green Bay colors. And I'm gonna rock and roll both my Green Bay shirt and my Green Bay mug. Gonna get myself some water. I just poured myself some coffee. It is Tuesday afternoon. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And for this afternoon, as we celebrate doubts, anxieties, uncertainties, fears, and any other, I don't know, should I call them foul emotions or questioning emotions or whatever? We're really not going to celebrate it. But I realized when I was messaging that guy back that it's okay, as they say, to not be okay. I like to come on and be joyous and laughing and smiling and telling jokes. They may not all be funny, but doing all those things. And the last few days, I've come on and done my show. honestly felt like ashamed. You try this. You try this. You know, it's kind of easy to do when you're feeling great and you got a great night's sleep, you had a good day of work, you're feeling like you're figuring life out, but then there's days that you don't. And you still have to crawl out from underneath what feels like a huge rock and talk to an audience when you're not feeling so good. And so I thought I'd hop on and talk to you guys as I am today. Hey, Marcella. Marcella sent 100 somethings. I don't know. She sent me 100. Maybe it's 100%. Is that what is that? Sent a gift, 100. I'm not sure what the 100 means. Is that 100%? Again, my name's Ken Tracy, and I do a live show called Coffee with Ken. I go live every morning. I do it on YouTube. I started on Facebook 6 years ago. I went over to TikTok, and last January I started doing it live here on YouTube. And my audience has grown from like 4,500 to just over 10,000. And again, I go live every morning. I had several people become members to my page the other day. And I thought I would investigate what that meant. I still don't totally know what it means. But either way, apparently I opened up to the gift function where people can send me like 100. 100, I think must mean like 100% or they agree or something. But either way, it's very kind and I appreciate it and thank you for sending it to me. Hello, Cathos Prime. Cathos, you know what's weird? I wanted to reach out to you and I've tried to reach out to you and I posted comments on your video saying, hey, here's my phone number, here's my email if you want to need to chat. I think YouTube might delete contact information sharing on their comments because every time I go back, I never see the comment that I made giving you my phone number and or my email address. So Cathos, if you do want to touch base for whatever reason, look me up. My name's Ken Tracy. My name's Ken Tracy. I was a realtor 17 years. It's not hard finding my email address or my phone number. Believe me, some people I wish couldn't find my email address or my phone number do. So if you would Google me, you might see some horrific things that people write about me. But don't worry about that stuff. Just find my email address or my phone number. It's out there. So I'd appreciate that. Mr. Ken Tracy, what is my social and mother's maiden name? It's 259-56-5342 is my social. And my mother's maiden name is Cook, C-O-O-K. Let's see, I think there is a way that a streamer can post their email in their profile. Again, I'm not sure why, but I know why. Cathos Prime said I was cute the other day. She said she liked the way I looked. So I go, hello, haven't been on a date in 2.5 years. I don't care if we ever meet or talk or actually exchange emails, but this is the hottest lead I've got. There's a female saying she finds my appearance appealing. I might as well pursue every lead I can. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for hopping on. Who is in touch? I'm sure we will be in touch. Well, David, Matthew, Tabor, if you want to reach out to, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. You would definitely not use my main email, of course. You would make a dedicated one for the stream. Well, I haven't done that. Again, I don't even whatever. Anthony, it says it's 23 degrees in Lowell, Massachusetts. Sell me a hair care for men subscription. Can't believe you're cheating on Big U. Well, it's not cheating yet. Just because we're in a hot relationship, David, I still can look, can't I? I'm sorry, David. I know that you thought that we had something very special. Somebody wants me to do a push-up. How about I do 10? You know why I'm gonna do 10 push-ups? Because I haven't done a push-up in a long, long time. And I didn't go to the gym today. Well, I went yesterday and worked out really hard. So I didn't really need to. Plus my back's been kind of hurting. But I'm gonna do 10 push-ups just for fun. How's the angle? Oh, the angle's pretty dang good. How's my Green Bay Packers thing going on? Pretty good. Oh, that's harder than I thought. For a guy that bench presses a lot, I would have thought that would have been easy. I think it is easy. I think I'm just sore and achy. Yeah, I don't know how many push-ups I could do, but I'm betting I could probably do, I don't know, could I do 40? I might be able to do 40 right now, which I should be able to. I can bench press just about as much as I ever could. So there we go. We did 10 push-ups. We got a glorious audience of 30 people. I guess it just felt good to come on, admit my own doubt and worries and concerns, and not, thank you, Jim Rat, not feel like I had to be, notice I'm still a little out of breath, perfect. Because I post all these videos. And I'm usually in pretty darn good spirits posting these videos and laughing and saying, hey, couldn't even get a job, isn't that funny? And keep going. Some days you don't feel that inspirational or motivational and you feel like you're getting your ass kicked and you're terrified. And that's what I felt like the last few days. And again, I had a guy reach out. By the way, Instagram is a weird platform. Occasionally you have a video really take off on you and get seen by a lot of people. And I'm kind of going through that with one right now. I did a advice for the 35-year-old who lives with his parents. And that video has been seen like 60,000 times at this point. But about 2 years ago, I posted a video on Instagram. Had something to do with real estate. And I think it might have gotten seen like 2 million times. And I went from a guy that had like 400 people watching his Instagram page to like 40,000 in a week or two. And I thought that 40,000 was going to continue to grow and it was going to hit 10 million. But suddenly Instagram didn't care a hell of a lot about my videos and it slowly dwindled down. People, I don't know, maybe people died off. Maybe they canceled their Instagram accounts. Maybe they unsubscribed, I don't know. But it dwindled down and I just posted a video the other day where it's growing pretty quickly. Ever had a client try to price shop me? What type of client? Like a realtor? A real estate client? Absolutely. Yeah, they'll say, well, they'd use me as their listing agent if I do it for 4.5% or something like that. I hated being a realtor. I think I might even hate realtors. Do I have any realtors watching right now? I don't hate you personally, but I hate the industry. I hate the fakeness. I hate the marketing. I hate the smiles on the billboards. I hate the hair, the makeup. Yeah, I don't miss real estate very much at all. How did I show my value? I don't know, I probably said shove it up your ass. I'd rather not do it for that. I don't know. I never was a great realtor. I went in, and most people will, if they called me, I was going to get the business usually. Uh, but I just hate that feeling. It feels yucky. Everything about it. Everything about it. Almost none of my friends moved during my 17-year career. I'm 57. I started in the business when I was 37. And I think most of my best friends and all the people I knew had just about, in the last few years, bought their forever home, the home they were going to raise their family in. And they haven't moved still. And they're still in their forever home, as their last kids, who were just being born at that time, are now heading off to college. I think my timing was questionable. Again, there's a fine line between massive success. You get an extra closing a couple times a year that you don't get. And that closing could pay you $20,000 or something and cover your bills for a couple months, where you desperately need bills covered for a couple months. I'm not making any excuses. I think I might have just sucked as a realtor. I don't have I have a good smile, and I'm friendly, and I'm fairly smart, and most people like me. But I only did fairly okay, and I tried really hard, and am very glad I'm not a realtor anymore. Somebody says I look like a PDF file. Since you brought up a PDF file, I've been talking about, and this is another thing that's wearing me down. First of all, I'm here to work, and all my jobs are kind of shut for the 2 weeks over holiday, so I don't really know what to do with myself. I'm leaning towards relocating to central Illinois to be close to my little ones, who are going to be moving there with their mama in the next period of time. And I've been looking for jobs and looking for homes, and looking for homes without a job kind of sucks. And looking for jobs when you live in a different state also is kind of tough. So anyway, I was looking for a job, and I was checking out various towns, and I'm getting good at using AI to recreate cover letters and resumes and upload and answer questions and do all these things. But it can be tiresome. It can be tiresome. And I found a job today. I go, hey, it was a social media something or other for a big company somewhere in central Illinois. And I decided to fill it out. And I think it's a little bit soul-sucking when you're going, I don't even know if I'm going to move there, or if I want the job, or even if they'd even think about hiring me. And so you're applying for a job you're not even totally sure you'd be good at, you want, whatever. But I did. I'll keep you posted when they either reject me or accept me. We'll keep you posted. Don't do it, man. I don't know what you mean when you say it. I look like a character from the Worms games. Kendra says, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I get that, Kendra. And Tabasco says, you need to relax, man. You're stressing about things that haven't happened yet. Well, yeah, that's usually what you stress about. That's usually 90% of the stressors in life are things that haven't and maybe won't happen. Mr. Wiggles is concerned that my TV's on fire. Hypnotized Lobsters says, PDF file means something nefarious. I think nefarious is one of the coolest words. I usually do a big prep up or roll into my first sip of coffee in the morning. But I forgot that I was doing a live show with you. I just felt like I was in a room with 39 of my besties bitching about applying for jobs and having doubts and being afraid and fires on my TVs and doing laundry and things like that. And I just drank my coffee from my Green Bay Packer cup. I'm a huge Packer fan. I'm a huge Packer backer. Oh, Dr. X. I don't know what that means. I had somebody on Instagram, by the way, say, oh my gosh, it's the craziest thing. I used to watch you over on TikTok and now I'm seeing you here. Again, it was that video that's getting a lot of views. I said it was meant to be. It's fate. And the reason I thought of it, they said their name was X on TikTok, as if I would remember that. You ain't no Patrick Stewart. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's saying the Bears. By the way, Illinois, my team, I don't know how much I care. My football team, I went to University of Illinois, and my football team's playing in 12 minutes. They're playing the University of Tennessee in the, I don't know, the Music City Bowl or something like that. I don't drink alcohol. If I did, I would go to the bar and watch it. Since I don't, I could go and drink a non-alcoholic by myself or something. But I don't know if I need to do that. At least the pack is owned by the fans. Yes, they are owned by the fans. And again, just for the record, I'm not really a Green Bay Packers fan. But if you want to know my thought on the Packers, is I kind of respect them, but their quarterback, I don't think is very good at all. That guy named Love, I don't even know his first name. And I'm not saying that to belittle a Packers quarterback. I'm not. Aaron Rodgers, I thought was amazing. Brett Favre, I thought was amazing. I've seen many good Packers quarterbacks through my 57 years on this earth. This guy named Love, I've never been scared of. I never thought he was going to win the game for the Packers. And I don't think he's very good. I was talking to a buddy at work the other day, and he was kind of ripping on Caleb Williams of the Bears. And I said, are you kidding? Caleb Williams, if you shuffled all the quarterbacks in the league, would be one of the top 10 quarterbacks selected. You know, one of the top 10 teams would take him. And I think considering he's in his second year of being a quarterback, the growth he has made year over year is amazing. And I think his career looks extremely, extremely bright. Somebody said they hate that Caleb Williams is good. I mean, I don't know why you hate the Caleb Williams, unless you hate USC. Maybe you're a UCLA fan or something like that. I felt bad for him last year. It was like the first game of the year they won, but he didn't do great. And fans were ripping on him. And I'm going, they won the game. It was his first game. Cut him some slack. Did I hear that Anthony Joshua was in a car crash? It's big news in the United Kingdom. Narinder, I don't know who Anthony Joshua is. So I don't know, Narinder, two of his best mates died. I'm sorry to hear that, but honestly, I don't know who Anthony Joshua is at all. Kathos never watches football, but love you some hockey, basketball, or fighting type sports. Kathos, you're a barbarian. You have the sweetest little voice when you read poetry, but then you like fighting type sports. Oh, Anthony, wait, he's a boxing legend? Anthony Joshua? I can't picture him. I can't picture him. He's just unlikable, and Pat's taking the conference is awesome. Can't believe Bills didn't go for point after. Well, I don't know. You're digging a little more deeply into sports than I'm aware of. I did not watch the Patriots Buffalo Bills game. I'll tell you what, it feels good to be talking to you guys this afternoon and be a little bit rejuvenated spiritually after kind of feeling like a zombie the last couple days. Even with the working out, even with the social media success, if you can call it that, I've had over the last few days. I was hoping to hit 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube by the end of the year. I hit it on December 1st, and now I'm at like 10,400-ish, so I appreciate that. But it wasn't filling the void. There was something missing. Maybe it was faith. Where is the quarter zip from? I don't know. What would you like? How much zip would you? It's not a quarter zip for the record. I'd say it's at least a third. I mean, the zipper's only down to here. Would you prefer it be here? Certainly you can't prefer it to be there. And I mean, this would just be a little too animal. Poor Cathos Prime won't be able to control herself. She'll come crawling through the phone to get me. What's my channel about? It's just showing a little flesh, just showing skin. That's why God gave me no hair, because I could show more skin. Hungry Kitty was thinking about me. Well, you go, Hungry Kitty. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Somebody says it's 8:30 a.m. You must be far away. Dude, who told our ancestors? I don't know. Please tell me you would win a fight between Africa. I've had that. We've already had you ask that, Hungry Kitty. Bears are going to beat the Packers. I like the way you're talking. Believe me, I'm not a Packers fan. Just happen to, this is what I'll go for. Next Halloween, I already got my, I'm going to get myself a cheese head, and I'm going to go like this. I don't want to offend Julie, in case she's watching. So I better just stop with the cheese head and the cup and the shirt I'm wearing. Hello, Sad Man. How are you? Well, Sad Man, I got to do streams. I know you need me to. Packers are your second favorite team, though, which is weird for a Bears fan. Well, yeah, it kind of makes sense to me. Division, you watch them a lot. You kind of care about them, like or not. Hippo versus rhinoceros. I'm going to take a rhinoceros in that battle. I don't know that a hippo or a rhinoceros has ever fought. I don't even know if they're native of the same area. And I really don't know what they would fight about. I mean, they're both plant eaters. Hippos kill more humans than any other animal in Africa. And I think that's kind of interesting. But I don't know why a hippo and a rhino would really ever square off. Somebody said rhino beats hippo unless rhino would be in deep water. Well, certainly, I was assuming they weren't swimming. Because, yeah. You are thinking about buying property in northern Wisconsin. You're from Chicago. I wonder where in Chicago you are from. Lex Luthor, played by Gene Hackman in the original Superman movie. He sure did. Miss Tessmacher. That's who Miss Tessmacher was. It was Lex Luthor talking to this kind of spacey woman. Um, yeah, it was from Superman. Any New Year's resolutions? I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I think if you want to get better or do something better, do it today. Don't wait till Thursday morning to start. You're from Schaumburg. I grew up in Downers Grove and lived in Naperville before I moved to Wisconsin, Daniel. Am I retired? Oh, no, I'm not retired. I don't know what I'd do if I was retired. I was talking to a buddy the other day, and I asked him how work was. Hadn't talked to him in a while. He goes, pretty good. And I could tell when he said pretty good, he wasn't loving it. And he goes, well, I just wish I could retire, but I'm not there yet. And I was wondering what he would do if he was retired. I mean, he's still married, so maybe he would travel or what have you. But I mean, again, I've just had a week off and I've been going a little stir crazy. Hello, Joanne. I'm a good man and handsome and like the bald head. You think it's sexy? You don't mean no harm taken, Joanne. You've been studying Kabbalah. I've heard the word Kabbalah. I don't offhand know what it is. You need a coffee. You're glad you stumbled upon me. Well, Maddie, you came to the right place. Maddie from New Zealand. Do you think I look like Christopher Luxem, Maddie from New Zealand? You went to North Central College, yeah. My favorite bar was the Lantern, right by North Central. I have a good vibe. Where do I live now? I'm in Wisconsin. I live in Appleton, but there's a chance I'm going to be moving back to Central Illinois. Not back to Central Illinois, to Central Illinois. Yeah. So I've been looking for jobs and not 100% excited about moving, which is frustrating a little bit. And I think has been weighing heavily on me the last few days, and kind of why I didn't want to hop on and go live and talk to all you fine folk. It's morning in Australia. Sadman, are you having your coffee since it's morning? I don't look like I'd sell my country. Maddie, are you saying Chris Luxem is selling his country? Did she do it? Would be a bit of a culture shift moving to Central Illinois. Well, it probably would. It's probably not that different than where I'm at here. Did I see the fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua? No, but I heard Anthony Joshua just got in a car crash, so I'm hoping he's all right. It's too late for coffee. It's 10 p.m. there. Well, you're right, sad man. You are in the UK. It's Christopher Luxem sold New Zealand. Who'd he sell it to? I have people ripping on me and saying the U.S. sucks and how their country. I even have some damn fools from Northern Africa telling me how U.S. sucks and how great their country is. So I'm going, look, North Africa is nothing but desert. Nobody wants to live there. But anyway, the one country I think could almost say that to us is New Zealand. I think New Zealand's probably a pretty cool country. We're going to buy Greenland. I don't know who we is. I thought the U.S. was just going to invade Greenland. I bet you we could take Greenland. Really, I'm a pacifist, I am, but I just kind of think the thought of invading Greenland I'm chuckling about. I apologize. You're thinking about going to a place called Centralia in the States. First time traveling. And you want to go see some abandoned places. Do I have any recommendation? Centralia, is that a city in Illinois? I almost heard of Centralia. Is that a real place? I have no recommendation, and I have a hard time believing you want to fly from New Zealand to the United States to go look at abandoned places. That seems weird. All right, hold on. You guys just chill here. I'm going to get a little more coffee, a little more water, and I'm going to come back and grab you guys. We're going to go sit by the TV for a few minutes. I talk about it a fair amount and saying that consistency wins out over intensity, and no matter how hard you work out at the gym, or I don't know, in my case, how hard I work on like content creation, again, consistency is going to win out. And I think what I'm experiencing right now is a good example of that. I don't feel I could do much more in terms of video editing or video production or anything to do with content creation. And I mean, it's growing pretty quickly, but no matter how quickly it grows, it's never fast enough. And frankly, I think I'm almost burnt out on trying real hard, and maybe need to chill out a little bit and just coast for a while. Centralia is in southern Illinois, about an hour south of Effingham. Pretty impoverished town. Well, hey, dude from New Zealand, I forget your name. Don't go to Centralia. You know, I'd heard of it. There's so many cool places in the United States. You're gonna go. First of all, there's no airport in Centralia. So you'd have to fly into Chicago, leave a internationally cool, renowned city, and then take about a 3-hour drive south to visit, Centralia, Illinois. You don't want to do that. Who is the best guitarist in my opinion? Jimi Hendrix, Steve Vai, or Joe Satriani? Or Pink Floyd. I like that Pink Floyd's a potential one of the best guitarists. I don't know, but I've been seeing a hell of a lot of music videos on various social media. You should come to Scotland and see. What should I come to Scotland and see? Narinder? I love Scotland. Your roots, it's absolutely breathtaking and beautiful. Narinder, I've been to Scotland, you know. It's been a while. It's been too long, but I went to Scotland several times, and I do know it's beautiful. Yeah, no, Edinburgh's, I like to throw in as like the third most beautiful place I've ever been, and I don't really, maybe don't mean that in terms of awe-inspiring, like I think Yosemite National Park or Banff, Canada was. But Edinburgh is beautiful and holds a special place in my heart because of all the good memories and hanging out with my cousins and what have you that we did there. What will be a dream life? I mean, it would have to involve spending more time with my kids. I look like a fireman or a policeman or someone who's served the country very well. Well, I appreciate that. I've never had the honor of being a fireman, a policeman, or in the military, but I do appreciate it. Scotland is amazing, lovely place. You grew up in Edinburgh, amazing. Scottish people, one of the nicest people you've ever met. Somebody says New Zealand is expensive. I would assume that it is. I'm your favorite gay streamer. Well, that's strange. I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm going to let you run with that little naughty fantasy that I'm a gay streamer. Don't make me give you a bare bottom pankin. You might like it. Don't worry, Cathos Prime. I'm not gay. Your dream life would have 4 acres of land with cows, buffaloes, chickens, horses, and ducks. Again, I've talked about moving to central Illinois. I don't have any money, but I look at homes in that area for rent and to buy. And because there's so much land down there with so few people, there's some homes with lots of acreage. And one of the homes had 4 acres of land, and it was near a lake. And it kind of intrigued me just a little bit. Everyone is obsessed with being gay on these live streams. The commenters, you mean? Well, it's because I'm so appealing to men and women. That's how sexy I am. All the women want me, and all the guys want to be me. I'm just kidding about that, though. Thank you, Stink Nasty, for laughing. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Is that pretty? I've never been. But I hear good things. Talk about it. I heard that's extremely expensive as well. Oh, yeah. Why, yes, I am drinking out of a Green Bay Packer mug and wearing a Green Bay Packers shirt. You're having coffee, too, this afternoon. It's Jane from Texas. Hello, Jane from Texas. Urban living stresses you out. But Hungry Kitty, I don't know. Living by myself on a home with 4 acres surrounded by not many people, I think would not be ideal for me. I'd have to make some drastic changes. I'd have to get like a fleet of dogs and pickup trucks and an axe just to chop some wood in case I got bored. I like it a lot that I get to walk. I could walk to several coffee shops or probably 20 bars right now to watch the game. And I get to walk to my gym as well. So I kind of am enjoying urban living. Boop said they've had both, but they miss the city. I think I would too. Hello, Cat Connor. How are you? Let's see. Dogs, sheeps, and trucks. I don't know what I would do with a sheep. Shear it? I'd have to get some shears. Do something with all that wool. I wouldn't know what to do with the wool. I'd have to learn how to knit. "15 years from now, I'm going to be still doing it. I'm going to be in some place in Centralia, Illinois, with the dude from New Zealand. Going to turn out, he and I are going to both turn gay, and we're going to become gay lovers, and we're going to have a huge pile of our sheep wool between us, and we're going to be knitting on rocking chairs." I like kind of mixing my stories together, mixing the characters in it. Miss Tuxmacher? You think Cathos can knit? No, Cathos is too busy watching dudes brawl in hockey to knit. And speaking French. Daniel says Austin, Texas, or Nashville area. What do you mean Austin, Texas, or the Nashville area? What are you answering? Have you ever thought about becoming a high school teacher? You have a good personality being a good teacher. I actually have. I was talking to a friend today. I'm a substitute, you probably know, and I worked 7 days and only once has been at the high school level, and I really enjoyed that and would like to do it again. there were several shifts available at middle school, and I think that might be challenging for a variety of reasons, but I think high school would be cool. You love the hustle and bustle of the city. Chris Chata, are you old enough to remember Donnie and Marie Osmond? Does anybody out there know Donnie and Marie Osmond? Chris Chata does. I think Donnie was a little bit rock and roll. And I think Marie was a little bit country. I think they both aged well. I believe they were Mormon, and they had like 8 siblings in the family. Can you teach algebra or history or geography or science? Yes. I think I'd be good at history. I was a math major at one point, but I think the, I don't know, math that's hard may have passed me. And maybe they all would have passed me, but I definitely could substitute all those things. I could probably even do Spanish as well. Hello, Molly Miller. How are you? I think editing all these videos does take a toll because I can't catch up because, okay, here I am talking for an hour this afternoon, and that's just a lot of video editing. Cathos, are you still out there? I'm trying to put Cathos to good use. What was the dude from New Zealand who's going to be knitting with me in Centralia? Dude from New Zealand, are you still there? How much Spanish did you use while being a realtor? Was it ever helpful? Not really when I was a realtor, but I'll tell you as a waiter, it's been very, very helpful. Both with my guests and with the workers in the kitchen. It's been very helpful. Osmond family versus Partridge family. Well, what do you mean? I mean, the Osmonds were real musicians. The Partridges were kind of just a show. The Osmonds are more of. The Osmonds have bigger smiles. But the Partridges have Danny Bonaducci, and I got to give them a little bit of kudos for that. Have I ever studied statistics, especially permutation and combination? I'll tell you, one of the classes I did worst was in college was statistics. And I'm going to blame it on the TA, that he didn't explain it well. It was all, because I was good at math, but for some reason the standard deviation I never really picked up on and didn't follow too well. Am I going to be a teacher in Central Illinois? Only if my man from New Zealand comes and joins me. I don't know what I'd do in Central Illinois. I've looked at jobs there and I applied for one today, but I don't know. And I interviewed for one last week and I haven't heard back. Yeah, I haven't heard back. It's kind of weird because it's the holidays. So as much as I'd like to hurry up and get stuff done, get a job, get a house, move, and maybe I'm not ready for any of that. It's hard to get much done during these 2 weeks when people are taking them off or going at half speed at best. Partridge family did have the cool bus. Why do I want to be a teacher? I'm not sure I do, Miley, but I am a substitute teacher right now here in Wisconsin, and I enjoy that a lot. It feels neat. For the last few years, last couple of years at least, actually only last year and a half been waiting tables or working as a bartender, and I'd get home at midnight, and I wouldn't go to work till 4 o'clock. And I kind of tired of doing that. And I feel when I substitute teach and I go in early and I get home at 4 or whatever, it feels good. And I think I make a difference. And there's kids out there that need something, a big brother, a mentor, or to feel special, or I don't know, just somebody to make them laugh or smile as they're learning. And I think I have the gift of being able to do that. Teaching is a noble profession. In Japan, you can earn up between 20 and 30 grand per month for teaching English. Well, I have a good voice. Well, thank you. I applied to a radio job a couple months ago. They didn't, it was maybe more than a couple months, because I think they rejected me like 3 months after it. Even with this voice, they don't know what they're missing. So it's 4:48, and it is Tuesday afternoon. We've got a glorious afternoon audience of 43 people watching, of 31 thumbs up, and I feel a little better, because for a while I felt like I needed to hide from my channel because I wasn't feeling up to it. But again, I got a message from a guy on Instagram, and he asked for my advice, and I said, well, I don't know what you should do really about what your decision, but it sounds like you have some doubts, and I promise you we all do, and I'm swimming in them the last couple days. But have faith that the answer will come to you when it's right, when the time is right. And as I typed that, it made me feel a little bit better listening to my own advice. Somebody says it's time to do some editing. Yeah, no, it is. Again, ooh, the Middle East, I could teach English. Well, thank you, Miles. Thank you. And yeah, thank you all for hopping on today. Again, you helped raise my spirits a little bit on this snowy Tuesday here in Wisconsin. It was light out when I started. It's pretty dark out right now. The snow's still kind of coming down a little bit. If it was prettier, I'd take you guys for a walk. But I don't know, it doesn't look as glorious as I'd like it. If the snow gets bigger and fluffier or something, I might do it later. But in the meantime, I will be going live a little later tonight and reading 2 chapters of the Bible. I think I'm reading chapters 7 and 8 from the book of Joshua. I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening, this Tuesday night. Hope your week is going well. Your day's gone well. You are feeling good. You are loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.